Hi guys, it's indeed my pleasure to have Gauri Gupta. She is head of testing at Oracle. By the way, she is an accomplished leader, subject matter expert in Agile DevOps. She has established testing center of excellences, in fact, entire testing practices. She is expert in AI ML and the advanced technologies that we have been all hearing about. Uh, Not only that, she is basically leading a large team at Oracle, and we are very proud to have her as our keynote speaker on day one of the seventh edition of Global Testing Retreat. It's indeed my pleasure to welcome you, Gauri. Thank you so much for joining us for this brief video interview of yours as well. Having said that, I know that she would have done so much that I would request Gauri to let our audience know a little bit more about you, so that it would be easier for them to also connect with you when they attend your keynote session on 10th of December.
Thanks. Thanks, Aditya. I think you did quite narrate pretty well. Thanks for the quick introduction. This is Gauri Gupta here, working with Oracle GSC, where I joined about 7 months before to head their testing division, to basically lead TAS. TAS is Testing Center of Excellence, testing as a service rather. Earlier, I have worked majorly with Tech Mahindra for about 7 years. Prior to that, ADP in US and Hyderabad, which is close to 7 years. And I have been associated with CA, Computer Associates, as the QA manager for 2 years. So it's been a long journey. I think about 16 odd years of experience that I have in my pocket, which is mixed, right? So around 10 years plus experience into testing, and it's about a couple of years that I was doing end-to-end, which means from the development, architectural, business analysis, pre-sales, anything and everything. Yeah. Uh, but I think I believe that, testing has been a great journey for me, where I have created a footprint, and the entire kudos for that goes to my leaders in this industry, where who have shown a lot of trust and respect towards my work, and I think I can take it forward. So yeah, I believe, it's huge area. We all do testing. We know bits and pieces about, tools, processes, and best practices. But I think the more you get mature, you get to know many other things about testing, right? About how you can relate it to your own organization. How do you relate it to the outside world and what the market demands, right? So currently I do a lot of pre-sales as well for the testing, because I need to ensure that I have good customers across the globe. And, there is a good learning from that as well. I have created the test maturity models. I have written 2 white papers, one for the DevOps and continuous delivery, and one for test maturity and transformation. So I have drilled down for a couple of accounts and done checking their maturity levels, and then enabling them to reach at the next level of maturity. Yeah, so I think it's now become my passion.
Yeah,
So yeah, thanks.
amazing. I think, look, guys, such a kind of personality, and to have her with us is really proud for all of us. She has got so much, I would say, exposure and experience in all the aspects of testing. I'm sure that while you are interacting with her, you will definitely find more ways to learn from her. And her topic for the conference, the keynote topic that she's bringing, is basically at the fag end of the day, and it has for a reason. It actually gels well with the theme of the conference, which is test beyond the obvious. And she was very kind to choose that topic, and she's going to bring that angle entirely to the conference. I would recommend that you please attend it, but I would request Gauri to say few things about it and make sure that it is generating interest enough. Don't give or don't spill all the beans right now, Gauri. So make sure that you can just give little bit insight into what you're going to talk about, And I'm sure this would be one of the most interesting session at the fag end of the day on day one, being a keynote session from Gauri.
I think, first of all, thanks to the conference itself for, getting this topic to my eyes, rather, it was something that I just could think about pretty quickly and relate to it. What is beyond obvious, right? I think beyond obvious is something that we always have the uh, line of thoughts and line of thoughts that relates to our experience, that relates to our day-to-day work and our personality as such. So I feel something that I can talk about beyond obvious is what has been my experiences beyond obvious in terms of testing, and that has been the projects, the delivery experience, and few of the things that I can think about is my own interest, right? So I think those are the few key things that could uh, push me to talk about this topic as such. So I think it's not just there will be a topic that talks about frameworks, or there will be a topic that can talk about a plan on a page of the agile testing. Yeah. So I always feel that whosoever is going to be the keynote speaker or the speakers from this forum are going to deliver a high value, because it's all based on their immense experience that comes out, as part of this speech. So I hope that y'all will stay back until the last session, and I hope that I can deliver value as I see
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
expectations from Aditya and team. Yeah.
Yeah, and more than I think, guys, this would be one session which would make you stay back till the fag end. And I'm sure that you should not miss this wonderful session, because the kind of experience and exposure Gauri has, I am sure that she will bring that angle into that topic about testing beyond the obvious. On that note, I don't want to ask her any more questions. This is something that you should definitely attend the topic and the session from Gauri. Very interesting one. Remember, it would be at around 7 p.m. on day one, and don't miss that at all. Okay, post that we will do some fun activities as well. So this would be something very interesting. Gauri, if it's okay, can I ask you one or two more questions?
Oh, certainly, not an issue.
Sure. So Gauri, you are now heading the testing, and also you have been into a leadership position. Versus you would be probably doing a lot of work on your own about architecting stuff and basically doing automation earlier. So when we talk about heading and leadership versus doing something on your own, what basically is the key difference in the roles, and how do you basically play or bring out the passion of your technology and your own architecturing mindset into the leadership?
I think all of us, right? I mean, when we get into hierarchies, right? I think there are two ways the organizations look into it today's world, right? There are organizations which have got the flat structures, and there are organizations which have got the hierarchy. People say that the architecting the solution is different than the leadership. But I believe that today's world needs a lot about, how technical and the leadership can go hand in hand, right? Nobody wants the words, they want the example.
Yes,
And
lead by example. Yeah.
examples you can only give when you try to invent. You have to ensure that you focus on your reading. Also, these social websites are not just interacting with people, but also you can follow the leaders from the industry and see what they talk about, right? So I think these key things certainly help. uh, I did have done the after joining Oracle, I think thanks to the organization, I have done 3 leadership trainings when I have joined since last 7 months. So I think the thing that I have learned here is all about value, right? I think importantly we get paid for the work that we do, and we are only known for what we deserve we get. And so to deserve more, I think you need to create more value. And to create more value, you need to do something different than just your core subject, right? just your core subject could be testing, but how is it that you bring it to the organization as part of their core business? How do you create your identity and ensure that you are delivering, value? So I think that that's quite important. Learn the architecture, learn the frameworks. You need not be coding while you get into the leadership, but I should have my eyes open that, if I have an architect in my team, right, I should be able to relate. I should be able to ask questions. I should be able to define the design, define the strategy. I think those are very key aspects when you are going beyond, at a career scale that you are,
Yeah.
right? So I think those.
Very true.
Experience.
Amazing. I think this is what leading by example is all about. And I'm sure that having such a humble, hands-on leader is something which will inspire not only your team, but the entire conference attendees as well, Gauri. We're all looking forward for your session. One last question. I understand that we are probably, I said 15 minutes, and we've got a few more minutes. So when we talk about work, that is one passion that you carry, Gauri. That is something that I can understand. Other than work, other than technology, other than testing, in your free time, is there something that you would like to share that what basically is your go-to mantra other than testing and other technology, which would basically unwind yourself? How do you unwind yourself? Let me put it simply.
Yeah, so I run two groups in the community. One which is my music club. I mean, I love music, so we are a group of passionate music people who come together and sing and perform in a couple of events. That is one thing that I do. And over the pandemic, I think I learned how to paint.
Wow.
So I have been doing the acrylic painting. I do crafts and paints both, and I haven't left even be it stone, be it glass, be it cup and saucer, anything that I can paint, wood also. I think, this thing I just have picked it up because of our work from home. While I think there was a time that all of us went through a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Stress was not just about the pandemic, having COVID fear all over, but I think the stress was also coming up from the work from home culture, which was new for us, right? So, so I think these areas, they keep really me away from my thoughts of the work, and I think they keep my stress away. So they are my stress busters.
Yeah. See, guys, look, these are the hidden talents, and you have already heard Gauri with such an humble way of dealing with things and having such an artist in her. I am sure this would be something which will probably make her go further down, basically achieve more heights. And we wish her all the best. Thank you so much for your time, Gauri. It was amazing interacting with you and to know more about you and your other hidden talents as well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Aditya, and thanks to the Agile Testing Conference. I'm also looking forward for the conference on this Saturday. So I would like to meet and greet all of you, as well as the speakers and the leaders who are participating in this event. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gauri.